Hi guys, Barbara here from BarbaraMakesCrafts.com and welcome to my channel. And you want to make sure that it's taped down really well. That you can sublimate even if you don't have a heat press. I think this was such a fun and easy project. I'm here to teach and inspire you to level up your crafting game. So did you know that you can sublimate even if you don't have a heat press? Well, you can, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, I have to add that this is not for big projects like a t-shirt or a full tumbler wrap or anything big like that. It can only be done on a small area or you'll be there all day. So let me tell you what we're going to need for this project. Now please note this can't be done with a regular hair dryer because it just doesn't get hot enough. You will need a heat gun to do this to get to the proper temperature for this project. So let's head on over to Design Space and get started with our project. Alright, so here we have a blank canvas and we are going to upload our design to it. So let me show you where I got my design from designbundles.net. Now this is my cart from where I have checked out. And you can see that on the day that I bought this one, it was $2. That was on May the 7th of this year. All we have to do is go here and download files. And it's going to download into a zip folder that we will need to unzip. And to unzip, all we're going to do is select it. Go up here and extract all, and it's going to ask you about the folder, and I'm just going to leave it in my downloads folder. Okay, so now that we've got it downloaded onto the computer, what we need to do is upload it into Design Space. And I already loaded these into Design Space, you can see here, but if you have not, you just go upload your image and it'll take you to browse, where you can just browse your computer until you find the file. So I'm going to go back to upload here, and I'm going to select all three of these and add it to the canvas. Now you can see that they came in really, really big. So I'm going to lock in the size so that when I size this down to about 2.5 inches, it'll size the height in proportion. All right, so now I'm just going to separate them, and pretty much that's all we have to do with them, except that I want to put some shapes behind these. I'm just going to put a circle, and you see the circle comes in black, so I'm just going to click this square right here. It brings this drop down of colors. I'm going to turn it white, and I'm going to make it a little larger so that it covers the whole truck there. And then I'm going to move it. I'm selecting arrange up here, and I'm going to send it all the way to the back. Now I do want to duplicate this circle. I'm going to duplicate it 3 times, and I'm going to show you why 3 here in just a minute. All right, so I've got it where I want it. So I'm just going to click and drag. Don't make the mistake of, you see when I clicked and it brought up the circle, that you could think that that's selecting both the truck and the circle. But if you'll notice down here, the flattened layer isn't available. So what you'll need to do is click and drag over both of them, and then come over here and flatten. And I'm going to do the same thing. So now just click make it, and then you're going to send it to the printer, and the printer will cut it. All right, so now it's asking us what material we want. We want to use the infusible ink transfer sheet, and it gave me that warning right there that says we need to mirror it. So yes, I want to cancel this cut, select the mat. I want to turn this mirror on, and now hit continue. And that is it for the cut. Now we need to put it on our mason jar. And you're just gonna stick it. Make sure your tape is heat resistant because you will have a gooey mess if it isn't. And you want to make sure that it's taped down really well. And now here's the flower. I think I'm going to put it maybe kind of down a little bit. And I am going to go ahead and fold this over on the bottom because I want to make sure that the sublimation paper is making good contact with the side of the jar. All right, so now the moment of truth. We're going to be using my heat gun. Mason jar will totally fit in the mug press. But if you don't have a mug press, or if you don't want to pull your mug press out, this is just a fun new way to try this. If you have a small amount to sublimate, you don't want to try and do a full wrap like this, or a lot of sublimation, but these little things like this, you can sublimate easily in probably about 10 or 15 minutes. So turn this on. Now this is hot, so I'm not going to pick it up right now, but if you can see how you can see the design through kind of the back of the sublimation paper, that's kind of how you know that it was hot enough for it to transfer. So I'm going to let this cool just for a couple minutes and we will see how it turned out.
A few moments later.
It's still a little warm, but I think it's cool enough that it will not kill me to pull these off. So that turned out nice. The truck, not quite as vibrant as some of the rest of it, but it still looks pretty. I could totally put something else in these blank spaces. I just ran out of room with the designs that I had on there now, but yeah, that's really pretty. I love how that turned out. Now, wasn't that easy? I think this was such a fun and easy project, and you can use these as gifts or whatever. So leave a comment below and let me know what you think about it. And I would love to hear anything, projects you'd like to see, ask any questions. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'd love to hang out with you there. So until next time, happy crafting.